Let's create a cinematic lighting setup at home with just one light. And to those 84% of people who are not subscribed to my channel and watching my video, why? Go and subscribe now. Today I'm going to teach you 6 very simple and easy lighting techniques that you can do at home. Watch this video right till the end because I have a bonus item for you. Let's begin. The first lighting setup we are going to talk about here is the flat lighting setup. The name itself stated flat because it has no angle, it has no variation and adds no drama, and it is a very boring form of light. Also, in the cinematic industry and the film industry, this kind of lighting is not used because it does not add any value to the production. It is very irritating to the eyes because the light is coming from the front on your eyes and making your eyes irritable after some time. And it will also make you sweat because it is a source of light that is directly falling and hitting your face. For me, this is not my kind of lighting setup. However, these days the amateurs or the new content creator prefer using a straight light to start recording their content, but there's always a room for improvisation, and we are moving to that in the next lighting setup now. The second lighting setup is called the butterfly lighting setup or the Paramount Studio lighting effect. Why is this called a Paramount style lighting effect? Because way back earlier, I'm talking long ago, when Paramount Studio started, they used to use this kind of lighting setup very often for their headshots. This is called a butterfly lighting setup because you can see below my nose, we have created a shadow which looks like a butterfly. It is very similar to the flat lighting, but what we have done here is we have given the light a bit of height and then we have given it a 45 degrees tilt from top so that it creates this kind of shadow below my nose. This kind of lighting setup is excellent for corporate shoot, for glamour, for various kind of interview style because it gives a nice cinematic look and gives your skin a nice clean look. Moving on to the next lighting setup, which is the loop lighting setup. Very similar to the butterfly effect. The only thing is that the butterfly light was in front and we gave it a 45 degrees of angle. This light we have shifted on my left hand side of about 25-30 degrees, and this is giving me a nice shadowy feel, a nice smooth gradient effect going from dark to light on my face. I love the sleekness of this light. It is giving me a nice dramatic look on my face. This is an all-rounder lighting setup, can be used for any kind of interviews and lots more. Moving on to the next light effect. Coming to the fourth lighting setup, which is called as the Rembrandt light setup. It is most widely used in the film industry or the cinema industry because of the kind of light it is giving you. It is giving a nice cinematic look, a nice shadowy fill on the cheek, and this is very similar to the loop lighting. It's just that we have given it a 45 degrees angle more and towards this side, giving this kind of a feel, a gradient shadow on my cheek. Now, to know if your lighting setup is on target or it is correctly done, you will notice a triangle kind of a patch, a lit patch on your cheek. That's when you know that your Rembrandt lighting is bang on. The Rembrandt lighting setup can be used for cinematic interviews, for documentaries and for lot more things because this is the most popular lighting setup, giving a dramatic and a cinematic feel to your video. Moving on to the next split lighting setup. Very simply understood because we have split the light by moving it to 180 degrees on my left hand side so that the light is coming from this side, covering and filling up one side of the face completely and the other side of the face is dark. This gives a nice and very dramatic cinematic look to your footage. This kind of lighting can be used for suspense movies, for horror movies, and if you want to shoot some intense interview with a sports person where he's talking very passionately, then this lighting setup is your go-to lighting setup, the split lighting. Now, for many of you people, you would think that the split lighting is very intense and has a lot of edginess because one side is completely lit and the other side is dark. You can simply use the bounce card or the bounce board and place it in front of light and it will start filling up the area which has a lot of shadows. You can recover and blend the shadows on the subject face depending upon the look you want. Now if you can see, as I told you earlier, I'm going to give you a bonus in this video. So this is the bonus. We are using the split lighting over here. Only thing is I've added another light on the right hand side. I put a gelatin paper on it. For that we get a dual tone light effect. You can also try this by using the red color. Let me show you. Here we are with a red dual tone lighting. This can be used to show a prisoner in a jail being interrogated, or probably some kind of emergency situation in a cinematic lighting condition. This will do the trick. Moving on to the last one of the series, the top down lighting setup. Coming to the last lighting setup in this video is a top down lighting, and man, this is my favorite lighting setup. The Matrix, Dark Knight trilogy all have used this lighting setup in abundance. This cannot get better because it gives you nice, rich, dramatic, cinematic, spellbound lighting effect. It can be used for documentaries, for suspense movies, for thrillers, and lots more. This is my favorite lighting setup. Comment and let me know which of the lighting setup you like the most from all the techniques that I've showed you. One was boring, the flat lighting, but then the remaining 5, let me know which one was your favorite. We have also created a video on 3-point lighting setup. Watch that now, and before you leave, subscribe.